Hello fellow knights, lords and ladies, welcome to Endzone. If you don't know anything about this game, it is a post-apocalyptic survival city builder. It's pretty legit. We're going to be starting a brand new game today, normal settings, medium map size, everything sort of just standard. And let's start this new world, guys. Let me give you a really quick rundown of what this game is like. You'll see the top of the screen, there's a whole bunch of resources and things that you have to manage and collect and gather and make by using factories and things like that. Bottom left of the screen we have the map. You can see where we're located, and around the map there are some points of interest where we can send our brave people to go and explore a few areas and get some resources. So things might be of interest here, and they see there's a question mark, so we can send people out to come and explore. Other than collecting the resources and everything, we also need to survive the elements. There are storms that happen, there's radiation we got to protect our people from. I hope that gives you a basic idea of what the game is. This is my first playthrough. I have just played the tutorial, very in-depth tutorial. I do recommend you guys checking it out, and let's get straight into it. First things first, I think we need to place a jetty. This is to gather water from this like lake here, so we'll place that down. And then we also need a cistern. This is what the water gets collected into, so we'll place you right there. At the same time, we're going to need food, so let's go and look at what food options do we have. We're going to get a fishing hut because we are right on the water here, and this river's placed a little bit awkwardly. Can't place it there because there's a little bit of red. Probably gonna have to come up here like that. That way our villagers, I'm gonna say villagers, they're not really villagers, can come and get some water and food from the same lake. Brilliant. While we're still paused here, I'm going to place down a job for someone to go and do to gather wood, and we're going to start collecting the scrap around here as well. Let's just place our flag right there. Now in this game, what you have to do is you actually have to designate people, I think that's the word. So we're going to get, like, let's say 5 builders. We're going to get 1 water carrier, and we're going to get 1 fisherman, which leaves 3 people to go and do these other jobs. If they're not specifically designated to a job, they will become sort of haulers that pick up stuff and move around. So I think let's unpause then and speed this up. I am playing this on the Xbox Series S, so this is the console version of the game. You'll know that 90% of the games I play here are on console. So let's get these guys going. I wouldn't use this as a guide for you guys because this is my first actual Let's Play without, you know, other than the tutorial. But I really enjoyed the tutorial, and yeah, I think it's a pretty great game so far of what I've played. I'm just getting in to make a few pathways. It makes them walk a little bit faster. It's probably going to be a good idea to get some cabins. This is where our people can sleep, and yeah, they will only have children if they are in a cabin. There is another structure called a shelter which holds more people, but that's generally used for people that can't produce children anymore. So I think older people will move into those and move out of cabins, and yeah, because we want people to be able to have babies and to grow the population. We need to make sure to keep replacing our gatherer spots, so now they're getting more scrap over there, and as well the wood, when they finish the whole area, they're not gonna, you know, try and look for wood anywhere else. So I think, which way do I probably want to start expanding this way, right? So let's start clearing out that area over there, and then we can start expanding some buildings on this side. But looking good so far. We've got our 3 cabins in. We'll probably want some more because these can hold up to 5 each, so that's 15. And you'll see at the top of our screen we actually have 15 residents. We have 11 adults and 4 children. I'm just placing a few more pathways around, so it's going this direction, and up here, because I want sort of straight lines to build our buildings on. Because in the tutorial I just sort of place things anywhere, and you actually notice how much slower it is because people have to zigzag through streets and around buildings. So I want clear designated areas, so I want like this to be you know, I've already started with the housing, so all the housing and stuff on this side. Maybe up here will be more of an industrial area with some factories and stuff. Maybe over here some storage, or maybe over here like food and things like that, because you can actually cultivate animals. I don't know if cultivate's the right word, but you can herd animals and things like that. And then maybe storage and electricity down at the bottom here. That's just off the top of my head. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but yeah, I'm just laying down the pathways in the meantime. I think the next thing we need to do is start looking at getting some clothing. So this is the to help against radiation, and in the beginning of the game you just need the basic one, but we can make the first one, which is just the scarves. So to do that, we're actually going to need a few different buildings. A recycler. So this is a building that takes the scrap and turns it into other materials. So I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna start up here. We'll do these over there, right? And then we're gonna need a tailor. This is what makes the scarves and things like that. I think, should we just build it on the same road? I think so. At least there's not far to travel, right? So they'll be getting the scrap here, turning it into cloths, and then in this building here, they're going to be turning it into scarves. But we do need to hopefully start expanding our population a bit. So what I might do is build a few more cabins, start getting some materials together. So one of the first things that confused me about this game was it tells you need to come and select professions here, right? So this is people, you see we have 5 unassigned workers and we need to tell them where to go and what to do and everything. But I find it a lot more convenient to do it at the buildings themselves. So you see here there's an icon there showing that there's no one working here, so we can click on it and we need a refiner. So let's get a refiner. It shows you that there are actually now, after this, there's 4 people unassigned, and we'll get 1 or 2 people working over here. Also, we need to tell the refiner what we want to get out of the scrap. So unfortunately, scrap, you do lose some material in this conversion. That's why you need more than 1 recycler. But we do want cloth right now because we want to make scarves. See, I actually made a little bit of a mistake here. I placed these 3 buildings, then a space, and then this cistern here. But that's fine actually, because what we'll do is we'll put a pathway coming through here, so it's quicker than people, you know, walking around. So we'll have a little pathway coming through here, probably just carry on that pathway here, and then we'll build the next house 1 block over, because I think that'll look quite nice. I'm keeping everything quite in a grid system because I don't know where everything needs to be right now. What are you missing? Oh, this needs cloth to be able to be made. I see. Okay, well, we're going to start getting some cloth soon. Didn't realize we needed cloth for this. Okay, interesting. We're in a little bit of trouble right now. Our water is running low, so I think we need to try and add more people to collecting water. So let's get 5, that's probably too much. Let's get 3. So let's get 2 more people collecting water, and then see if we can get the situation under control just a little bit more. Okay, we're over 200. Alright, we're out of the red. Yeah, so 1 person collecting water just wasn't enough. Maybe 2 might be, because this really is a game where you need to manage your resources, and the people are part of your resources. So I'm going to take 1 working away. Now we've got at least double what we had in the beginning. Let's see if this is going to be any better. I'm sure it would be. How's our production going here? Oh, this was finished. Okay, great. So now we need to start working on this. So we want to get cloths. Let's get 1 person working here, and let's get that production going, because yeah, our people are slowly going to start wearing through their protective layers, and we need to replace it with something. Here's a pretty cool view. So there are different views that you can have in this game. It shows you, this one in particular showing me the moisture. So blue is very moist because it's actually raining over here. Green is pretty moist, and then this is dry over here. So you have to think about these sort of things when you're planting your crops. But the problem is that this is dynamic. It moves, it shifts. So you need to think about that a little bit. Maybe this might always be quite moist, so maybe this will be a good place for a farm. But there are things that you can build to irrigate areas, and it'll keep it always moist. But yeah, that's just another thing to manage and something else to think about. That's why I really like this game, because you need to be on your toes often and all the time, thinking about possibilities of anything. This right here is an irrigation plant. You see the circle is where it'll actually start irrigating. So I've cleared out this area here. I think I'm going to turn this into a irrigation plant. But I do want to line up these pathways because I'm not OCD, but I think it looks nice and it's more efficient for the workers. So we're going to get this built. This needs plastic, as you see there. So that means we need to get another recycler to start producing plastic from scrap. I think it's still worth anyway, while we haven't built the irrigator yet, to start building some farms. And apparently 7 by 13 is like a really good ratio for some reason, in terms of one person being able to work one field. I'm not sure of the math and what that means, but I'm going to get 2 fields up anyway. And what I'm going to do is choose a seed, and we'll get one of each. So we'll get one of those and then one of these, because the more food variety your people have, the happier they are. So at the moment we're getting fish, and we'll have 2 of these different crops as well. Eventually we can get some steak and chops and ribs and stuff. It'll be amazing. So what we'll do is we'll assign 1 person to each of these. Well, you can actually just assign 2 farmers. They'll go to wherever there is a farm, so you don't actually have to do it on each like that. But that's still a mechanic in games that I'm getting used to. That's sort of a new thing to me. With our second recycler built, we're going to add a refiner, sorry, not a recycler. We're going to add another person to be doing this, and we're going to actually get them to get plastic. Now, I think we're running out of scrap because we are... See, gather scrap. We need to move the flag again. So I'm going to put it here, but I think it's probably time we start looking at getting a proper recycler, which is a lot more efficient. We started planting some crops. Look at that. Looking good, my guys, looking good. We are getting some of this made. There we go, plastic. And then they'll be moved over here as well, just by the people moving over. Food situation is not looking good, so I've added another fisherman. I probably should have done that ages ago, but we're running out of people to use. See, there's only 1 extra hauler now, so that means that this is going to take a little bit longer. We've got 12 of 30, and what's cool is if you click on it, it does show you if anyone's bringing the resources there, but no one is, because we are pretty much full. I'm actually going to put the last person there as well, otherwise we're going to start losing people, and that's not a great situation to be in. We probably should have got a hunter up. Hopefully people don't stop dropping like flies. We're on 15 adults. I think maybe we'll take the fishermen, or the farmers out, and move everyone to being a fisherman. We probably should have got a hunting lodge thing up sooner. But let's see. Now with the extra manpower, we've quadrupled our efforts on food. I think we're just gonna make it. We're almost up to 100 food again. But you see in the bottom of the screen there is seasons, right? So we're currently in season 7, which is a rainy season, which is good for our crops. But after that, there is actually a drought. I don't think you can catch any fish or gather any water at that point. So we'll see. And seasons last quite a few nights. I think it's like 5 days or so, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got about 1,000 water, but the food situation is not great. These guys really have to work that double time. We've got a few more adults now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm planting down this gatherer's cabin. This, I believe, can gather resources from the forest here. So that's why we want to keep some of the forest around, at the very least. And let's put 2 people in here, and let's start getting some more food as well. So I think it's more like, what is it? It just says nearby resources. So I'm assuming it's like berries and forageable foods. So we got the fish, these things. We don't have any farmers. Let's put 1 farmer on. I mean, there's no one free to do anything else, but we need to get this situation under control because it is going to be a dry. Oh, here it is, the drought season. So now I don't think. Can these guys fish still in the season? It looks like they can. Or maybe it's just a drought and oh no, there goes the water. There goes the water. So I don't think these are probably going to dry out as well. Soil moisture dried out, yeah. Alright. Let's get more people gathering food from here. This might save us. I think I put this down just in time. Oh, this irrigator was actually finished. So this might save our farms. We do have one person working there at the moment. They should come and bring some water, which will irrigate this whole plot of land. Let's see. Yes. Okay, great. Do we have any more spare people? No. Still no spare workers. But that's okay. We'll keep these guys busy gathering these resources. It's almost finished already. But look at our food, it's really boomed. We're over 600 at the moment, which is really saved our bacon. But now water may start being a concern. But luckily the season is actually almost over, which means that we'll start getting rain again and this lake will fill up again. Okay, water is seriously running out. But it is supposed to be the wet season now, so let's see if it's going to rain a little bit and start getting this lake filled up again. Oh man. Oh, there we go, we're out of water, and just in time the rain comes in clutch. Now we got our people up on the docks again getting water. We got our fishermen going back. Oh yes, doing their thing. Now this is empty. It is actually out of food, and we can actually change the captioned area for this. Why is there no food around? That is weird. It's actually saying that there's 0 food. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, it looks like it comes and goes, the food here, because it was empty and now it's coming back. Okay, but water is becoming an issue again. Let's get... Do we have more people available now to work? Yes, let's get this 5 out of 5. Because we do not need these issues. However, I'm going to end the episode there, guys. We went through 10 seasons and we are the skin of our teeth just scraped through. We've got a few side quests we need to do to look at getting tools and some more water options, which we'll do in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It really helps share the message. Share the message. Yeah, it really helps share the video to more people. Anyway guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.